right, Jeff Luck versus Chris Sparks in our black belt gi match opener. You know, I was telling Bagels before the show got started, about 11 years ago, me and Jeff Luck worked together at Best Buy, and he was the first person I ever heard say the phrase Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So in a way, he definitely got me curious. About maybe 3 years later, I would start training. And he's formerly been on that Team Reigns, now training with the guys at G13.
Oh, and I'm very curious. I want to pull up the history, but I'm pretty sure it's been a while since Jeff competed.
Yeah,
Last time he competed was at Purple Belt.
He competed against Neil from Triangle Jiu-Jitsu. Neil Hall, maybe, I think his name is, the guy who competed against Dwayne as well.
Yeah, I think it was quite a while ago.
It was. A couple years now, I believe. So I know back when he competed last time, he was on Team Reigns, and then the tragic passing of head professor there, Daniel Reigns. I'm sure that affected a lot of people very differently. Jeff ended up going to G13. I don't know how long he's been there, but I know he's been there a little while. I've seen him out there wearing their gear at events, supporting other athletes. So, you know, when you have a black belt come and seek out your gym and join, it's always a good thing to have another guy in the room with a different perspective from a different background.
Speaking of which, they are avid color sleeve players at G13, which we see on display here.
And I feel like Jeff in the gi has always been that way from the matches of his that I have seen. He's always had a really strong.
He was looking for that omoplata.
You know, being a little shorter and being such a muscular guy, you're up against guys that are taller, and you got to learn how to use that strength in the body mechanics. And you see the triangle look here for Luck as he feeds the arm across.
The key to this one, you have to switch your triangle the opposite way.
Mount.
You may not need to, actually, if you can use it to sweep to mount, I guess, but
strong top side mount for Luck, and you see Sparks is trying to roll him back with the belt grip, but a solid base behind Luck now. He's
looking for the crunch arm.
Oh, yeah, he is. I couldn't see it from this angle, but you're right.
Pulls it across. Now looks to switch to a more traditional triangle. Ooh. He has to get that head off the ground,
though. He's going to pick it up by the collar, which I much prefer to pick it up by the back of the head, even in the gi.
Using a 5-finger grip, blade of the wrist on the back of the head, which looked like what he was trying to convert to. And he abandons the triangle.
Careful. And that's the scariest part of the mounted triangle, is that moment when you try to switch your legs. And the amount of control you need to exert on your opponent is very high.
The way I started doing it is as long as you can pick their head off the ground, you're fine.
Yes.
I literally sit on their chest, cross your ankles, and take your good old time.
One thing that I learned from Brandon McCaffrey when I was taking his triangle seminar was when you grab the head, you put your feet out, like you push your feet back and pull their head.
Yeah, you cross your ankles behind their head out in front of you.
Snapping them down almost.
The one thing you don't want to cup their head, though. You want to hook your wrist on the base of their skull.
Yeah.
That makes it very pleasant to the other person.
Yeah, B-Mac calls that the Cleveland Steamer. We see Jeff Luck with the shoulder of justice inside control. Chris Sparks doing a pretty good job with the collar grip, and you can see him hiding behind that back collar, but he's got to be careful not to get his arm isolated up on the thigh of Luck. He does a good job avoiding that.
I will say,
Jeff, he's back in.
Jeff's been very dominant so far in this match. I would like to see him open up.
He's just been a step ahead, yeah.
I feel like he seems like he's playing safe a little bit in terms of control.
First comp in a while.
That's fair.
You're in there with the black belt. He looks like he's transitioning north-south maybe, north-south choke.
Yeah, some of these can be tricky in the gi. There's a lot of space.
The last time I said those exact words, the guy tapped immediately. So.
We'll see, yeah.
And there it is, Jeff Luck by north-south choke.
Very good work.
In 4 minutes. He looks right at Bagels when he finishes.
Very good work.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner representing G13 BJJ, Jeff Luck.
Very good work.